In this lesson, we're going to talk about square roots on a calculator. Just so we're clear on what square roots are, if I would take a number and raise it to the second power, this is called squaring a number. And 4 to the second power would be 4 times 4, which is 16. Now, what square rooting does is it goes backwards from that. So 4 squared gave me 16. What if I started with the number 16 and I wanted to get the answer of 4? So the question would be, okay, what number times itself gives me 16? We know the answer is 4. The symbol for that sort of looks like a division symbol, but we go up, down, up, and across. So these are opposite operations, or inverse. 4 to the second power is 16. But if I wanted to go backwards and say, what's the square root of 16? What number times itself is 16? I would get the answer of 4. Let's try just a couple more so we're clear. What is the square root of 25? What number times itself is 25? The answer is 5. Last one. What is the square root of 81? What number times itself is 81? Answer is 9. On the calculator, the square root button is right above the x squared button. Okay, so remember, this was my exponent button. This button will do something to the second power. The square root button is right above it. There's not enough buttons to have its own button, so it's going to piggyback off of this. How do I get the blue to work? I hit the blue second button first. And you'll notice up here in the screen, it showed up in the digital screen second. So second, x squared, which gets me my square root symbol right above it. And I'm going to type in the number 16. Let's pick an answer, a problem that we already did. The square root of 16. And the problem will look like this. They'll have a parenthesis there. That's okay. I'm going to hit equals, and I should get 4. Okay. Let's try the square root of 25. Second. There's my square root button right above the x squared button. 25 equals 5. Let's try one we didn't do. What would the square root of 49 be? Square root of 49. What number times itself is 49? 7. Clear. Second, square root. Square root of 121. What times itself is 121? 11. Alright, and this can go on and on. You could also try the square root of 8. By the way, the answer is not 4. What is the square root of 8? What number times itself is 8? You get a decimal, 2.828, etc. And if I would take this number times itself, I would get 8. How do I times it by itself? Use the square button. I square it, and I get 8. So those are the inverse operations. This is the square root button.